story in Acts. Jesus has been crucified and died. And the story that you're about to hear is the story of Saul, who later became known as Paul, St. Paul. And a little background on Paul. He was born in Tarsus, in Greece. His father was a Roman citizen, and they were very strict Jews. And when there were people who were following Jesus, he was very upset and went out to try to destroy them. He was so furious. Now, just before this story, Saul was in a town where Stephen was stoned to death, if you remember that story. And while Stephen was being stoned, he not only prayed to God, but he asked God to forgive all of the people who were stoning him and who killed him. This is the story of Saul. Meanwhile, while Saul was still breathing threats and murder against the disciples of the Lord, he went to the high priest in the temple, and he asked for letters to the synagogues in Damascus, so that if he found any who belonged to the way, men or women, he could bring them bound to Jerusalem. As they were going on their way towards Damascus, suddenly a light from heaven flashed all around them, and Saul looked up and heard a voice. And the voice said to him, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" And Saul responded, "Who are you, Lord?" And he responded, "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. But get up, enter the city, and you will be told what you are to do." Now those that were with him were speechless, for they had heard the voice, but they saw no one. Then Saul got up, and although he opened his eyes, he could see nothing. So they led him by the hand into the city, and he remained there 3 days. He had no sight, and he neither ate nor drank.